Something's just been extended in Melbourne. I'm not sure of the exact details because I don't follow the news, but I'm seeing some posts on Instagram of extensions and kind of an open-ended kind of aspect to all of this, which there probably always was right from the word go. Let's remember that the end game was always the VX, and that came right from the start. So if you listen back through everything, you know, they have been very open about their intentions. Really, right from the word go, we were told, you know, until there's a VX, you will not gather, and life will never be the same again. So please do not lose heart. Please don't let this news come as a big shock to you. Sit with it gently and remind yourself that in this year, nothing is certain, and we've become really good at living with uncertainty. But maybe we needed this final push because we've all been very passive and we've followed along like good little boys and girls and good citizens. And I want to remind you that second waves and third waves and however many waves are required until there is a VX, or however many waves are required until enough people are willing to go along with the required new way of living quietly and passively. And until people are willing to do just about anything to then get out of the new normal in a hope of going back to an old normal, until enough people are so completely disheartened by the way their life is, until enough people are on their knees and saying, whatever it takes, let's just do it, until that divide, until that conflict between that group and the group saying, please see what this is all about, you will continue to be squeezed. And I want to remind you today that you can live in this unknowing space, in the not knowing. You've been doing it all year, you are doing it, and you're managing. And what the opportunity now is of it being said out loud, like, I don't know what they've said, but there seems to be a feel of like, you know, there's no end in sight. Please know that everybody has been doing and following the rules predominantly, certainly enough to make a big difference. So if that doesn't make a difference, I'm heartened, and I'm hoping that enough of you see there is nothing you can do to stop this rolling along in the way it is. So let's just unite and rise and gather. And let's take our power back and recognize that we're the ones, if there are enough of us, who get to say, that's enough now. That's enough now. And if we had dates, see, they can take us to that date and then they let you out for a little while, pop you back in and let you out and pop you back in, let you out and pop you back in. And that might do your head in even more because, or it certainly can keep us victims to all of this, believing we have no power in all of this even longer. Because then you keep having little treats, enough treats along the way to keep you thinking, oh, if we do this properly, we can do this and we'll get there. And if we please them and if we all do the right thing and if we can just put the mask on and just stay in your house and just don't hug your friends and just stay away from your family members long enough and just be isolated and alone long enough and just kill enough of the economy and just get enough of the population unemployed, then we can do this. And we can't do this because there's nothing to do. It's rolling along beautifully. It's rolling along to the end game. So maybe with this open-ended aspect of this, maybe this is what we needed, for enough of us to stand up and say, that's enough now. But very, very important that you recognise conflict feeds this machine. So we don't want enough of us to say, that's enough now, let's roll into anarchy, because that is also a desired outcome. So when there is the release of this kind of information, partly it could be like, you're all being too good. Why are you all being so good? Why is there not more fighting amongst each other? And why are not enough people arcing up? So we don't want to do that. United, peaceful, peaceful, peaceful. But that's enough now, surely.